Yo, it's your boy Dubby back with you again. Another Dubisode. Music, life, whatever. Today's story is going to be about something I did all the time when I was younger that you just would not be able to do today. Hitchhiking. I used to do it all the time. And here's my story. I learned how to hitchhike from my mother, believe it or not. Many situations I'd be walking, I remember maybe 6, 7 years of age, her hitchhiking, thumb out. Learning that was a practice that could be deployed to get a free ride. In my teens, everybody had a skateboard, so you'd hitchhike with the skateboard. You know, something that I can't imagine 14 and 15-year-old boys and girls hitchhiking today. I mean, I'm sure it's happening somewhere in the fucking world, but I just forget about it, man. But that's how we would get everywhere, man. And when you add in the equation of the skateboard, you get miles of coverage even if you don't get a ride. I remember my one friend, and he and I had a system because one of us would have to sit in the front, one in the back. We would get picked up all the time by the same old man. The same old man in an Astro van. And it really creeped us out, man. And we talked about it. We're like, the guy never tried anything on us. But it was like, why is this same old dude, he picks us up every time. He never made any weird conversation. Never even really looked in our direction. Just kept looking forward, was quiet. Had some like classical music playing. And we discussed the fact of how weird it was that, you know, this dude has picked us up a dozen times already in our treks. Eventually, he's going to spring something on us. And we already had a plan. It was like, whoever was in the back had the switchblade, and it was like, as soon as the guy made a move, the other guy was expected to just come out of the back seat, the switchblade or what have you, yeah? Nice guy, never did anything to us. Took us up and back and forth between Highlands and Seabright at least 20 times in our career. I remember leaving my house on New Year's morning once, and there was ice all over the asphalt. There's no sidewalk, so you're kind of like going up this little shoulder, and it's kind of far, man, and it was freezing cold. I remember the river was all ice. There was ice all over the street. I got a ride, but I had to get all the way to the end of Seabright before I got a ride. A lot of the times when we'd be out there, we couldn't hail the bus down for either being broke or the fact when they see us looking all ragamuffin, the bus would just keep fucking going, man. I can't tell you how many nights the Academy bus just kept going because they just took a look at us and were like, nah, I'm not picking these kids up. But that's kind of how it went. So we would skateboard all over the place. One time we cooked up a scheme. We tried to hitchhike to Florida. Thank God we didn't make it all the way. That we got arrested and we got stopped at on 195 hitchhiking. I think we were like 15 then. But we cooked up this scheme to go visit friends in Florida. I was inspired by a tale from my mother, who told me how she had hitchhiked to Florida when she was 16 with her friends. They made it all the way to Florida. But in our case, we got arrested on 195. Cops came out of everywhere. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Grabbed all of us. New Jersey State Troopers. And that was the end of that journey. Would not recommend it today, though. You'd probably just get killed by the first car that picked you up. Hope you enjoyed this story. It's your boy Dubby. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you again next time with another story. You!